to Stripe. So I have an old account over here, which I used to see what issues you guys were actually facing. And I did face some issues, and for that, I actually recorded a new video. And if you guys have access to the Ninja's Code playlist, you should be able to find that particular video on the playlist. But still, if you don't get it, just ping me on the Discord and I'll actually share the link. So there are two different videos. The first one is the basic configuration of the Stripe, and then we actually missed one thing which actually caused different issues. So I recorded a different video, and the number of that video is actually 13, and that it's part B. So you can just check it out if like you don't get it. All right. So we are actually in the Stripe account. You can just log in and create a simple account. The login flow is pretty simple. This is the new account that I created right now, and this one is the old one that I set up previously. I think yesterday I set it up. And then you can just click on the developers, and these are the main tabs that you should be worrying about. The second one is actually the API keys, and the Stripe actually gives you the API keys by default, so you can use these two API keys. Uh, and the second one is the webhook, and the third one is like the events, and then the fourth logs. This is the most important because this is where we'll actually be seeing all the errors when you're trying to set up the Stripe in the admin portal. All right. So I have my admin over here. Let me show you where is it. Okay, this is my admin. Since I have already resolved those issues, I cannot actually show you properly. But still, I'll show you the errors that you guys are going to face if you don't follow the proper steps, right? So once you sign up the Stripe account, just like this one, you should have the APIs over here, right? Just copy these public key and the secret key. Just copy them and go to your admin portal. This is the admin portal, and go to the configuration. This is the pretty simple thing that you guys, I think you already know, and you would have done this part. Just paste the keys over here. This is going to be the public key, and then the second one, just reveal the secret. Just make sure you copy the correct one, okay? And then go to the dashboard and paste the secret key as well. Once you're done, just click on save, and you are done with the first part. Now the next step is going to be updating your backend env file, and for that we have to go back to the developers section, and then in the webhook we have to create so the first thing obviously is going to be webhook. Just come down here and add an endpoint for you guys to receive events on the client side. So like if there is any payment successful, you should receive one event, but only if you set up an endpoint over here. So you should have a front end endpoint over here. So I have saved it in my Railway. I'm not really sure what you guys are using, but we're using Railway for the time being. I have a deployment over here, and let me just go to the env, and in the env you should have a Stripe webhook endpoint secret, and this is an important secret that you guys need to add for the second step. And you can easily get it by adding an endpoint, and this endpoint URL must be the URL of your client, right? So let me go back and copy my client URL. I have already added over here. This is the client web portal. Just copy this URL and then go back and edit over here, and then uh, we need to add some events. So the first one is going to be account updated, if something changes in the account, and the other one is going to be session completed. Once you're done, just click on add events and then add the endpoint. Now you should see the waiting for the events, right? Now you will only receive events if something happens, like any success event or any account update event. Now this is where you will find the signing secret or the webhook secret. Just reveal the key. Don't confuse these two keys; these are completely different ones. So just copy this one, and then go back to the your environment variables in your deployment setup, and then paste it in the Stripe webhook endpoint. Just paste it over here, and then update it. And once you're done, obviously you have to redeploy your application, right? Now this is the second step. Now the next step, uh, let me open up the notepad. I've written proper steps over there so you guys can actually see. So first you are going to obviously create an account, and then you have the public and private key. Once you're done, you have to update those keys in your admin portal. And the next step is like to go to the Stripe and create a webhook, and then like add these two events just like we did it, right? Now the next step was we actually got the signing key and updated our railway application just like we did a couple of seconds ago over here, right? And then the next step is obviously we need to set up the restaurant. So if someone orders anything using Stripe, obviously in any restaurant, then that restaurant must have some payment details in the Stripe. So we have to go to the restaurant, any restaurant that you create, right? Let me see if the backend has been deployed. Where is it? It's taking time, but uh, I can show you in a different admin. Uh, yeah, I think they should work. Yeah. So the one I'm using is actually being deployed, so I'll use the other one. So this is the admin. Let me go back. So just go to the restaurants. Now you have to set up the Stripe details for every restaurant that you create, right? So when I say every restaurant, that means for every restaurant you have to create a connected account. So let me just select one account over here and then go to the payment. Now you can see a button over here which says Stripe details. Now I have already resolved those issues, so you will not like see them. Just for the clarity, let me open up the network tab, and then you have to click on the submit. Once you click on submit, that's when you're like the Stripe communication will start. Now you can see that all the APIs have been successful. Now this is like where you're actually trying to submit the details for your customer to actually pay for your order, right? But if you're not like created any connected accounts in a Stripe, you will face some issues. Now let me go back to my other Stripe account where I actually face those issues, which is this one actually. Yeah. So let me go back to the developers, and here let's go to the logs, and this is where you'll actually see all the logs over here. And you can see I have some accounts created over here and the APIs are already successful. But in the beginning, when I was trying to do it, I was getting 400 error. Now let's go to them one by one. So this one was the first error. So let me just click on it. And the first one was that I did not set up any connected account, right? So I can see that it clearly says that you only need to create a new account, so you can like submit the Stripe details and the customer can actually use the Stripe. So you just need to follow the link, just click on the link, and it will and then there are a lot of options, like it's the complete documentation. You're more than welcome to read them, but the important thing is going to be like go to the get started with the connect, and then how connect actually works, and then scroll down a little bit, and then you should see a complete onboarding process link. Now once you click on the link, you should have a shortcut over here for that, right? This will actually create a shortcut for it in your like main dashboard, and then here you can just come here and then create an account. So it's pretty simple, like you can just click on the create, and this is an important step. And then here you can like edit any details if you want. If not, like you can just move on, or you can like change the type as well for like express or custom. Since we are using express, you can like try the other as well. You can customize as well if you want, but we'll go with the express, and just click on create. Now this is going to be the link where you're actually going to set up the details, right? But just for the safety, just copy it and save it in your notepad and don't do anything. Now then go back again to your admin dashboard. Now this time try it again. Go to the dashboard. Okay. Now this time you have to go back to the restaurants again. Now this time obviously since you have created a restaurant, you have to come here to any restaurant you want, and then go to the payments, and then this one has actually been submitted, so let me go to a different one. uh, this one, okay. Just click on the payment and then submit Stripe details. Now you will receive another error which will be about acknowledgement, or like acknowledging the loss in any Stripe payment, right? Now let me show you that kind of error, what that error is going to be, right? So let us go back to the, this was actually the one that I used. Let me go to this one, and then go to the developer tools, the logs, and then come down here. This was the first one, right? About the, you know, creating a connected account, and the next one was about, you know, acknowledging the responsibilities and managing losses. And you just again just click on the link, and it will be pretty simple. You just need to click on two different checks, and you are good to go with this error as well. Now you can see that I've already checked them and click on the save. That's why the completed is written here. But in your case, if you're facing this issue, then you should like click on the check, and then just click on save, and then you're good to go. And then once you're done with that, the link that we actually had over here when we created a connected account, that's where you will be redirected after that, right? Now once you resolve this issue as well by selecting the acknowledgement, you should receive a different error as well, and that would be about branding. And you should like try to keep updating, keep trying to click on like on the submit details, and this will actually fail your APIs. Once it fail your API over here, and you just go back and click on the refresh in your Stripe data, and you should receive an error like this one, right? Now the last error is going to be about the account links, which will be about setting your icons, your brand color, and stuff like that. And again, the Stripe has provided you a proper link for you. Again, just click on the link, open it up. I'll share these logs with you and also the links. In case you don't have access to them, you can just come here. This will be the interface. You just need to just click on show support number if you want in your receipt. And the main important thing is like the customization. You can just type your business name over here, you know, and then add an icon. These are dummy icons I'm using over here. So just click on the icon, the logo, and this is going to be the step where you will set up the actual bank details, right? But since we are actually using the test mode, the all the details will be dummy and for the testing purpose. You can select the brand color as well. Whatever you said over here, you will see those things over here. Once you're done with that, just click on save, and boom, you are done, right? Now the final step will be about actually setting up the details about your bank details, right? So let me go back to my dashboard, right? And now I want to set up my Stripe details for this account. Just click on Stripe, submit Stripe details, and this will redirect you to the connect.stripe. Let me refresh. Okay, let's see if we're receiving any errors. Okay, so we are saving some error. Let's see what we're getting over here. Okay, so we're receiving bad request. Let us go back and try to debug this one. Let me see if I'm in the correct account. Nope, this one is not the right one. Let's go back to the home. Sorry, in the testing mode, to the developers, to the logs. I'm not really sure if I copied the details of this account or that one, the other one. Yeah, I think I mixed them up. I think I copied the signing secret from this account, the API key of this account, and I'm actually using that one. So uh, let me just go back. Let me just go back and use those details. Just copy these. Uh, Let me just close this one. This is just disturbing. Go to the configuration. Paste this one. Go back. Yes. Reveal the secret. Copy this one. Paste it. Okay. Once you paste it, just go to the events. Sorry, to the webhook. I already added a webhook over here. Just click on reveal. You should have a signing secret over here. Copy this. Go to the your deployment. Update your env. Just deploy it. Okay. Let me show you the same flow in the other admin if it's open over here. I mixed up the keys. I copied the keys from the one account and then used a signing key of different account. That's why it was actually giving me an error. You have to use the details from the same account. Let's try on this one. Okay, let's use this account. Go to the payment, submit. You can see that now you are being redirected. Now if you follow all the steps that I just mentioned, you should have like this interface. Now this is where actually so now since you can see that we are in the test mode, right? So you don't need an email for that, and just make sure that you read the description, because since if you are not from the US or you don't have an actual US number, you cannot follow, right? So for that, they're actually giving you the option to use the test number. Just click on the test number and click on continue. And again, it's a test number. You can use the test code. It's pretty simple. And then the type of business, just select individual. But I've not really tried what happens if you select business, but just try it and see what happens. Okay, then type any. These are just dummy details, so you don't have to worry about it. Let me just type any. Then just type user maybe, and this is going to be month. Let's say month 15 is going to be 1995. Let's say it's going to be Greenville, and then again just type any dummy numbers, you know, and then you will face the system is actually in test mode, but still it's going to reject the social security number, and this type will itself give us the solution to use the test document, so you don't have to worry about that. Just type the dummy details, and then again just type any website over here, just a dummy website. And then you can either test these are also for testing, but you can use like the testing bank account details. So just click on the link, and uh, it will open up a pop-up. You're in test mode, so we can use the test account. Just click on it and it will automatically save it. You can use an email address. I'm not really sure what this is for, but uh, let's just type an email over here, and also a dummy phone number. Okay. uh, okay. Select. Okay, it's saying it's a wrong number. Okay, let's just note now. I'm not really sure why it's rejecting my US number. The format was okay. Once you're done, it just wait a couple of seconds, and this will verify the details. I'm pretty sure we are in the test mode. Okay, since I'm not really sure why it's verifying this account because it's test mode, but still like so here it says that the information required. Let's click on the edit and see what it's asking for. Again, it's asking for the SSN number. So there is an option for the dummy document. Let's type any dummy SSN and click on submit. Once you're done, I think it will verify the SSN and it will give you an error that uh, the SSN is actually invalid. Okay, so the testing mode of the Stripe behaves weirdly sometimes. Uh, like in case of verification, there shouldn't be any verification for like our website or like personal detail, but still it's doing it for some reason. It's taking more time than usual. Let me edit it again and type any valid website. I think this was a valid one. Let me save this. Okay, it's again asking. Okay, so verification failed. Okay, now it says that verification failed, and now it's giving us the option to use the test document. So it is acting weirdly. Okay, so the personal details have been verified, and they're still trying to verify the website. Let's wait a couple of more minutes, and then so we are like done with all these steps. Once it's verified, you can just agree and submit, and this will redirect you back to your admin dashboard, and you will receive the message, since we are trying to like set the Stripe in particular this one restaurant, but I did it in this one. So once you click on the submit, you should receive something like this: Stripe details attached. So if you see this message, this means that Stripe has been set up for this particular restaurant. So any of your clients or customers, if they want to order food using Stripe in that particular restaurant, they should be able to do it. You should not receive any error. It's still taking time. Not really sure what is wrong with this, but okay. Meanwhile, if there is any question, you guys can ask. Like it, I'm not really sure why it's taking time, but we can. You guys can ask any question if you have any question.
Also, just to add, we're recording this meeting as well. So anybody who's joined late, we can send over the recording later as well.
Okay, this is not a valid URL. Okay, it doesn't take that much time to verify a simple website, but it's funny. I'm not really sure what will happen if I submit because it's still verifying the website details. Uh, but yeah, like like this is like the whole Stripe method. If you like follow these steps, you should be able to set up the Stripe in your applications. I think I'll just ignore this because this is just wasting your time. I'll just click on submit and see if you see any error, then you guys do not submit it unless you get a verification status. Okay, so it was actually okay. So once you're done, like you will be redirected back to the admin in the same account, just like I showed you in this demo. You will be redirected back to the restaurant where you're actually trying to set up the Stripe details. Is there anything that you guys want to ask about this Stripe setup? Are you guys like following while I was doing this setup, or you want to do it later?
We'll be doing it later.
All right, all right. But like I'm done with these with the setup. If you guys have any question, you can ask. Like, all right, Habib, I can. Okay, so you want a session on Node Miller? Do you have access to the Ninja's Code YouTube channel? We have a video over there. Uh, are you aware of that? You can use your mic.
Yeah, right. I did that exactly what you have uh, demonstrated, but it is showing issue like incorrect password and email. Uh,
Okay.
I can show you that.
All right. Just make sure that you're using the correct account and don't mix up the credentials. And
No, I exactly did as you showed in the 2 hours video lecture video that is recently published in that Enatega documentation. I did exactly as you described, but facing this issue that username and password not accepted.
okay. All right, all right. Have you like done the Stripe setups, or you're stuck in the Node Miller?
A Stripe setup is not yet started. We'll start it in within 2 to 3 days or in this week. But currently, we are setting the rest of the part,
Okay.
like sending email and OTP.
So we are
Oh,
So
going to
that's why
have,
we are now.
yeah, we're going to have other workshops as well, Habib, and we're going to target the rest of the configurations in those. So we'll keep you updated about that as well.
Yeah, sure. It's a little issue, I think. Okay, fine. I can wait. Or if I have an support about this simple issue, it will be a very appreciated.
Yeah, sure, we'll keep that in mind, and I'll forward it as well to the other team,
Okay.
and we'll get back to you on that.
When the
Uh,
workshop
I'm
will
giving
be,
uh,
please.
I'm giving you the error here in the chat. This is exactly the error. So if any support, uh, if you can provide, it will be highly appreciated.
Understood. We'll look into it.
Okay, thank you.
all right, Tim. Can you proceed like with the next step? Should I go with the amplitude or?
Yeah, I think we can move on to amplitude now, so that once we're done with that, we have a little bit of time for everyone's questions, and then we'll wrap this up.
All right. So let's start with the amplitude. Let's see if I can create a new account. Let me use a dummy account. Okay. This is, okay. Let's start by creating a new account. Uh, okay. Uh, so the account creation flow is pretty simple. You can use the Google or just use any of your emails. And then let's just say uh, start the password and create account. Okay. So once your account is created, you will be redirected to a page like this one, and you can see that you have a, an, a project for your web, and you can either use this one or just ignore this one and use a different one. But you can just use this one. So this is for actually for the web by default, and the instructions are pretty simple. The first step is just copy this snippet and paste it in your application. So let me just copy this one, and let me see if I have the web open. So this is my web and this is my admin. So let me just go to the Enatega web, and in the public folder you should receive index.html. And here, just make sure that you do not have any amplitude duplicates. So since I have already have a script over here, you can just comment this one and paste the new one. But I won't be doing it because this is the live project, right? This is going to be the first step. And then or maybe I can do it, but I don't want to mess up the project. And then I can just copy this key, and this is the key that you have to update in your admin, right? So let me open the admin over here. Go back to the configurations and scroll down a little bit, and then you should see the amplitude section, and this is where you have to put it. So this is for the web. Just delete this one and paste the web key. Just click on the save, right? And since this is the deployed version, I cannot actually use the snippet that I copied. uh, okay, where is it? Okay, this one. Yeah. So I need to like push this code to the deployment server in order to like get the logs for this one, right? But there is nothing like rocket science about it. It's just pretty simple. Once you're done with that, you can just like come back and or maybe like log out from your admin dashboard or web dashboard, and then log it again, and you should see different logs. And for the mobile app, and I'll show you what how you will actually receive those logs. So once you are like done with this, you can see that it's listening for the events, for any session events, right? Or maybe like let me try. This is the web, right? Let me try to log in this one, so you guys can see actually. Uh, okay, let me change the IP of this one. The configuration. Okay, I'm actually using the live server, right? Okay, and let's go to the environments. Okay. Right, I'm using the backend, so I don't have to do it, right? But I can just copy this snippet in the public folder. So just paste it over here. Just comment this one and paste it over here, right? And then in the app.js, uh, not in the app.js. So there are two ways to initialize the amplitude. The first one was like putting your code over here, but obviously if you do this, you are exposing your the API key. The second one is like converting this script into a pure JavaScript code and then calling that function in your use effect in the React component. So there are two ways. You can whatever seems comfortable, you can do it. And let me show you another thing over here. I think it's in the utils analytics, and this is where you can see that I've created a fetch configuration method. Just go to the utils source utils analytics.js, and this is where you have like all the initializations and the event emitters. And on the top you have the fetch configurations, which actually fetches the amplitude key that you added in your admin portal. And you can come back to the admin. You can see that we added the key over here, and this is the key that that function is going to fetch for you, right? And once you are done, you can just start your server. Okay, I'm in the wrong folder. Okay, if I haven't messed up anything, then we should receive events over here. Okay, you can see that we have a new event that says data received, and in the grid we have two different, which is like the first one is the session started. We have the user ID as well, and also the page view. Okay, so once you're done, you can just click on the next, and then here you have different like plots over here, different ways to visualize your data. And since amplitude is a lot of stuff like this one, I would recommend you guys join the Discord community of the amplitude. And there they actually, you can ask them questions like how to set up a particular kind of plot or visualization that actually help you guys. Like I think last week I posted a message over there and they really helped a lot. So since this was a session data, you can see that they actually highlighted the user activity. So just click on the plot and you should see the number of users they've logged in and all the other details. All right, so I'm the second user over here, and then you can come down here and you'll see all these states over here. And I'm so the first user actually used the Mac OS X, and the other one is actually, so I'm currently using the Mac, so this is actually probably me. And then the locations, the browsers, and right. So so in this way, like you can view your plots, and you can just save this dashboard by uh, user visual, and then click on save. And then this is like the first one, and then you can just click on the explore amplitude, and you have a lot of options over here for like experimenting. You have different templates that you can use, right? And in the templates, obviously you have all the different types of plots that you can use. Obviously not all the data is not all the data is compatible with all the plots. You have to choose the right one with based on the data that you're receiving from your application. All right, so this is like for the web, right? You're using the all the events over here. Whatever you do, you can see that it gave us the navigator to home. So we actually came over here. So this is our home, and it gave us. So this is the custom event that we created. And let me go back to the analytics, and you can see that you should receive. Just keep in mind that in the utils in the analytics, all these things are happening over here. This is the most important file, and you should see. An event over here which is like navigate to home, right? And these events have been spread across the applications in the web and in the admin, I think in the admin as well, and then in the mobile apps as well. And you are more than welcome to change these as well. So this was for the web, and I think it was pretty simple. If you guys like are still confused about it, you can like interrupt me over here. And then if you come to the data, you again have a lot of other options as well. In the events, you are actually receiving all the events, and the options, and uh, you can create your own custom events over here as well. But keep in mind that this is the free versions, and there are a lot of other features as well that are not included in the free version. You have to buy, or I think they have the subscription for it, and you can like subscribe to it and use those as well.
All right, Omar, I think we've got a few minutes left, so I think we should start wrapping it up.
Yeah, well, I'm done with like so like this is the same flow that you guys have to follow for the admin as well if you want to use a different project, right? Or for the React Native if you want for the mobile apps actually. So for the mobile apps, if you want, you can use the same account or you can create a different as well. My UI somehow changed. I'm not really sure what is actually happening, but let me find out the. Uh, Go back to the home page. Okay, I lost the track where I'm supposed to create applications. Let me see in the projects, create a project. Oh, no, this is something else. Okay, I'm not really sure what's happening with the account, but you guys saw the first screen where we had like this script and the key as well. There is going to be an option where you can actually create more applications. Let me search for it. You should see. Okay, this is the link. Let me see if we go back. Okay, so it's asking me to log in. Just look for the documentation and you will see like how to get back to that particular screen where you can create more applications for like React Native or any other integrations. So if you guys have any question, like you can ask me about the amplitude as well. Okay, these are the SDKs. Yes, I think so. This is for the React Native. So the documentation has a lot of stuff. I would suggest you guys read the documentation in detail. So because these are integrations and they change on daily basis, if I tell you a flow about an integration today, that might not be valid in a week or maybe in a month. So just keep in mind that that in documentation is more important than these webinars and these sessions.
All right, everyone. We're going to have to stop it there. We're also going to be having more workshops in the coming week. I'll keep you guys informed, and you should receive an email regarding those as well. So, since if anybody has any questions, we still have a couple of minutes. So, if you have any questions, please go ahead. Otherwise, we'll wrap this up, and then I'll invite you guys to the next workshop, and then we can continue from there as well. All right. Since nobody has any questions so far, then we're going to end the session here.